Good afternoon. Today I'll be going over another part of the series for health system engineering. Please be sure to like and subscribe, that way you can be notified on the next video in the series. Let's first start off with a SEMP, or System Engineering Management Plan. For those still learning system engineering, I am sure you're wondering what a SEMP is. Ultimately, a SEMP is a document used to illustrate four main concepts. First being responsibility. The second, capabilities of the product. The requirements of the product. The milestones of the product, i.e. the timeline of completion or series of completion. But a very important question is, when should the system engineer focus on completing this document? It is recommended to be completed later in the design phase before implementation. Let's discuss this in further detail. Right here we have our workflow model for system engineering. We are performing a needs assessment. After defining the issues and needs, we are conceptualizing the design. After we have the needs discovered and concepts that solve the issues, let's define what the solution will look like exactly. It is in this defining phase that we complete the SEMP. The SEMP will allow us greater control over the system's development. Secondly, this is the stage where system design is fresh in our minds, so we can maximize our energy to develop a roadmap. If the budget allows, a project manager can better serve the system engineer in continuity between development and implementation. It is for this reason the justification for a project manager can exist. Let's define a project manager. In essence, a project manager has three main aspects of the project that can typically help a system engineer. A project manager has sophisticated software that can strategize and plan actionable milestones within the project's fidelity, which can also include pilot runs. A project manager can help control costs and allocate resources in order to reach the milestones or objectives. Lastly, a project manager can manage the controls and finances of the project or system. A system engineer should always seek the most feasible option because sustainability is a critical factor in the making of a good system. The project manager in this case helps ensure that the sustainability is a reality. By now you may be thinking that a project manager and system engineer have different goals and should be separated or not. But in any case, let's go over the ways collaboration can form. A project manager is not a technical expert in the system, so definitions will be needed to ensure fidelity over the project. Secondly, this will expand the possibilities for good project managers from different sectors of business to cross over into your technical domain. Risk management from the implementation and design phase is a critical point of friction. There is friction because the risk management in the design phase comes from the system engineer. The risk management in reality may come from the project manager. Because of these different perspectives, it supports the justification for writing a project manager into your grant's budget. Lastly, customer interaction is a key focus because the design phase helps to solve needs, but implementation helps to solve the realities of how external pressures affect the solution. So let's go into an example. In this example, the airplane solves the conceptual need to travel. In this representation, the little boy acts as a project manager, aiding the plane in its efforts to traverse the world. In other words, the engineer solved the conceptual design and the manager solves the fidelity plan. In review, we went over the importance of a SEMP. When a SEMP comes into play, why a project management why a project manager can be useful. Now, often throughout our lives, we often learn skills and deposit them into our toolbox. Sometimes we do not deposit them, and we never put our new tools away. And it is within that we often lose the new skills that we formed. My question is, how do you deposit the skills you form into your toolbox? Thank you for your time, and please be sure to like and subscribe.